Coco Gauff Rising star Victoria Mboko stuns top seed in just 62 minutes at National Bank Open in Montreal. Coco Gauff was sent crashing out of the National Bank Open in Montreal in straight sets by Canadian teenager Victoria Mboko. The 18-year-old, ranked 85 in the world, needed just 62 minutes to beat the top seed 6-1, 6-4, and book a place in the quarterfinals. "Your support was incredible," Mboko told the crowd in French after a chorus of "ol lol lol." Chants echoed around the venue. "I'm really happy to win today. It's incredible. I'm so happy to beat such a great champion." Mboko started the year by tearing up the ITF circuit with 5 titles, including one as a qualifier and 2 doubles. She won an incredible 27 matches, with 1 loss, made her WTA Tour debut in March, and took Gauff to 3 sets in Rome in just her second event. "I was actually really thinking about it a lot during the match," said Canadian prodigy Mboko. "I had flashbacks to when I played her in Rome a little bit. I just remember when she came out playing even better and stepped it up a bit better." Sponsored links. A simple method against snoring and sleep apnea. It's genius. A simple method against snoring and sleep apnea. It's genius. Health news. Sean Diddy Combs sells Los Angeles home of his late girlfriend for millions. Sean Diddy Combs sells Los Angeles home of his late girlfriend for millions. Mansion Global. Top scientists. Tinnitus? When tinnitus won't go away, do this. Watch. Top scientists. Tinnitus? When tinnitus won't go away, do this. Watch. Zymoth. Compare broadband deals and save money by switching. Compare broadband deals and save money by switching. This is money. Satisfaction for Mick Jagger and partner, Melanie Hamrick, after couple sells home outside Sarasota, Florida, for $3.25 million. Satisfaction for Mick Jagger and partner, Melanie Hamrick, after couple sells home outside Sarasota, Florida, for $3.25 million. Mansion Global. Looking for more content? We may have what you want. Looking for more content? We may have what you want. Discovery feed. Sarah Paulson quickly finds a buyer for LA home she bought from Emma Roberts. Sarah Paulson quickly finds a buyer for LA home she bought from Emma Roberts. Mansion Global. Cindy Crawford sells mid-century Beverly Hills, California, house for $13.5 million. Cindy Crawford sells mid-century Beverly Hills, California, house for $13.5 million. Mansion Global. London Trophy home sales doubled in 2021. London Trophy home sales doubled in 2021. Mansion Global. The highest penthouse in Barcelona is also the most expensive in the city's history. The highest penthouse in Barcelona is also the most expensive in the city's history. Mansion Global. I wanted to step my game up a little bit more and make sure I matched whatever she was producing, and I wanted to stay right there with her. She raced through the first set in 25 minutes, breaking the American 3 times. The second set was a tighter affair, which went on serve for the first 11 games. Gauff failed to convert 3 break points throughout the set, Mboko seizing on her sole opportunity to close out the victory. World number 2 Gauff said, "She's very athletic. She's a great ball striker, and she seems pretty positive out there on the court. Doesn't get really too negative. I don't know her too well, but I have spoken to her a little bit since Rome. I think she has a great support system around her, and I think that's important when you're young and on tour. Hopefully we have many more battles, and I look forward to playing her again in the future." Mboko's rise, nothing short of incredible. Former Wimbledon finalist Jeannie Bouchard said Mboko's rise has been nothing short of incredible. "Anyone who knew her in Canadian tennis would not be surprised," said the recently retired Canadian tennis star. "She has so much power to her game. I remember practicing with her when she was 14, 15 years old, and she was smacking forehands and bowling me off the court. So we all knew she would be really good. I'm so happy to see it happening at such a big event like this as well. She seems to be handling the moment really well, taking it all in her stride and using it as motivation." After her win over Gauff, Bouchard added, "I'm very impressed with how cool, calm, and collected she was on the court. She looked much more mature than her 18 years of age. You see her on the court, and she's handling it like she's done it 100 times. Mboko, who came through qualifying to reach the third round at the French Open and second round at Wimbledon, will face Jessica Buzas Monero in the last 8 after the Spaniard beat China's Lin Ju 7-5-1 to 6-6-2. Earlier, 24th-seeded Marta Kostyuk of Ukraine and 9th-seeded Elena Rybakina of Kazakhstan set up a quarterfinal clash. Kostyuk beat McCartney Kessler 5-7, 6-3, 6-3, and Rybakina came through against Diana Yastremska 5-7, 6-2, 7-5. Popyrin, de Minaur, and Zverev advance in Toronto on the men's side of the tournament, which is being held in Toronto. Defending champion Alexei Popyrin claimed his second consecutive win over a former top 5 player when he rallied from a set down to defeat 5th seed Holger Rune 4-6, 6-2, 6-3. Alex Michelsen reached his first quarterfinal of a Masters 1000 event with a 6-3, 6-3 win over fellow American Lerner Tien. Michelsen, seeded 26th, will face hard-hitting 11th seed Karen Khachanov, who upset 8th seed Casper Ruud in their fourth-round match 6-4, 7-5. Alex de Minaur, who triumphed at last month's Washington Open, advanced to the quarterfinals over fellow Australian Christopher O'Connell via walkover. Meanwhile, Argentine Francisco Cerundolo was forced to retire early into the second set of his night match with Alexander Zverev due to an abdominal strain. Watch the ATP and WTA tours, as well as the U.S. Open in New York, live on Sky Sports in 2025 or stream with Now and the Sky Sports app, giving Sky Sports customers access to over 50% more live sport this year at no extra cost. Find out more here. A night in Montreal, Victoria Mboko's fairy tale rise. The August evening air at IGA Stadium crackled with anticipation, and then electricity. From the first serve, the storyline of the 2025 National Bank Open was flipped. Wildcard entry. 18-year-old Victoria Mboko capturing Canada's heart by taking down the world number 2 Coco Gauff in a spine-tingling 62-minute sweep. The match ended 6-1, 6-4, and with it, Mboko stormed into her first-ever WTA 1000 quarterfinal amid delirium from the home fans. The stage is set. This was no ordinary night for Mboko. As a young Canadian playing in Montreal, her adopted home city, she was more than just another draw card. She was a homegrown hope. Having trained regularly in the city, she knew these courts, and the crowd felt like family. Gauff, on the other hand, arrived as top seed, fresh off her 2025 French Open victory and sitting at world number 2 in the WTA rankings. For many, she was expected to waltz through to the quarters. But tennis, as Mboko was about to illustrate, is a stage for passion as much as ranking. Act 1. First set fireworks. The opening set was mesmerizing. Mboko raced through in just 25 minutes, breaking Gauff 3 times and weaving winners from every corner of the court. Her commanding serve and aggressive baseline play left no room for Gauff to breathe or recover. Gauff, meanwhile, was battling her own demons. Tangled in nerves, she delivered a string of double faults and unforced errors that rattled her rhythm. The American seemed stunned by the ferocity of her opponent's precision and poise. Act 2, a battle of wills. The second set unfolded differently, with Gauff attempting a rally, but Mboko, composed under pressure, refused to waver. She saved all 4 breakpoint opportunities. Not a single crack in her resolve. When Gauff had break chances, she faltered, missed drop shots, misjudged volleys, a rare sight from a Grand Slam champion. At 5-4, with the crowd roaring ole ole ole, Mboko seized her moment. Gauff's 6th double fault of the match handed over match point. On the next rally, her backhand sliced into the net. In one glorious instant, Canada's rising star had fallen the giant. Aftershock, emotions on court. Mboko dropped her racket, hands covering her face, as disbelief and joy swept over her. She turned to the crowd and in French expressed, "Your support was incredible. It's incredible. I'm so happy to beat such a great champion." Gauff, despite the loss, met her at the net with embracing courtesy. "She played really great," Gauff conceded. "If I had taken my foot off the gas a bit, she would take advantage, and she did." Behind the rise, Mboko's 2025. This performance was not an overnight miracle. It was the natural climax of an explosive season. Mboko began 2025 ranked number 333. She stormed through ITF tournaments, compiling a jaw-dropping 22-match winning streak without dropping a set, winning titles and skyrocketing up the rankings. She cracked the top 100 by early summer and delivered Grand Slam main draw wins at the French Open, making the third round, and Wimbledon, reaching the second. This was Montreal's breakout moment. The tides, why it happened. Mental steel. Despite being green to the WTA Tour, Mboko carried herself like a seasoned veteran. Against seasoned opponents like Buzkova and Kenin, she dug deep, flipped deficits, and delivered clutch tennis when demanded. Ball-striking brilliance. Her sliced backhand down the line, blistering forehand, and rising serve all took the tournament by surprise. Against Buzkova, she unleashed 32 winners, showing off a variety of weapons. And in Montreal, those weapons found purpose under pressure. Canadian crowd fuel. The energy in the stands was palpable. When the noise swelled, especially in that final game, it seemed to shake Gauff and elevate Mboko. She acknowledged it. I used the crowd to my advantage as much as I could. March memory, May matchup. Mboko had faced Gauff before, in Rome 2025, where she took a set before Gauff turned it around 3-6, 6-2, 6-1. She said tonight she'd replayed that match in her mind and used it to fuel her tactics and confidence. The memory made her fearless. The aftermath, what it means. A new Canadian icon. At 18, Mboko became the youngest Canadian woman to reach a WTA 1000 quarterfinal since Helen Keller in 1987, and the second youngest Canadian to beat a top seed in tournament history, after Stephanie Dubois in 2006. Ranking leap. From number 85, her win placed her around number 53 in live rankings, a meteoric rise. Another win pushes her into the mid-50s, perhaps even the top 60 or higher. A signature victory. Gauff is a two-time Grand Slam champion. Defeating her so comprehensively cements Mboko's arrival on the world stage. Even Gauff praised her movement and tenacity, forecasting many more battles in the future. Looking ahead, Mboko now awaits Jessica Buz's Monero, the Spaniard who advanced against Lin Zhu in a dramatic three-set battle. Her journey unfolds, quarterfinals, semifinals, possibility of a maiden WTA final. But more than titles, the narrative has shifted. Canada has a new heroine. Whether it becomes a full drama of a career or a chapter in Canadian tennis lore, no one can deny. On that magic night in Montreal, Vicky Mboko seized destiny and stunned the sport. Reflection more than a match. This wasn't just an upset. It was a symbol of youth meeting belief, of local dreams meeting the global stage. Gauff represented the pinnacle, steady, proven, powerful. Mboko represented something even rarer, pure, fearless potential given stage and spotlight. Her thunderous winners, her cool under fire, and her ability to feed off the crowd created a moment that wasn't just watched, it was felt. Young Canadians in the stands surely whispered, maybe next time it's me. Final note. In 62 minutes, on August 2nd, 2025, Victoria Mboko announced herself, not just to Canada, but to the tennis world. The future of the sport felt at once vast and intimate. And for Coco Gauff, it was a reminder. Even at tennis's summit, giants can fall, and new stars can rise in their place.